get it going.
Let's do this, boys. Welcome to the Journey Into Nerdom. Sorry. Let me start that over again. Welcome to the Journey Into Nerdom Podcast, number 19. I am always your host, SR Native, along with me. Always my sidekicks. I don't know.
All right.
My brother, Mike, aka SR. Mike, I am out of it today. Wow.
Can I be Robin?
My brother,
You can be Robin.
Mike, aka Forever Delicious.
I guess that makes
Always.
me not Nightwing, but Batgirl. I guess I don't know.
Oh, buddy. EJ, aka Pixel.
Hello.
I was like, why would you be
the tights?
Batgirl? Why wouldn't you be the other like Robins? Why can't you be Speedy or Speedy?
I mean, if you're Batman, you can't be.
I'm not Batman. Why would I want to be Batman?
Because you said sidekicks and EJ.
Yeah.
Robin, so
Robin came to mind.
Sidekicks have okay, so Batman has
He
has
has like 5.
Yeah.
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 But I mean, would you consider Nightwing his sidekick?
Yeah,
No.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
when he left Bloodhaven.
I honestly would just consider him to be a sidekick because he's always in his like his cartoon movies. Like
he shows up.
He always shows up, and it's always him as his sidekick. It's like, come on, dude, like go make a name for yourself.
He did. Nightwing. Yeah. I'm a serious hero. Pick the edgiest city. Bloodhaven.
All right. Anyway, okay. Hopefully there will be no more tongue ties.
Hopefully there will be, because that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was really bad on my part. Oh man, I'm not even tired. Well, I think I was like falling asleep. Pretty much. And yeah, it was whatever. Okay. Looking at our board, it's going to be a lot of Star Wars and a lot of Disney related junk and comic book related. But let's get done with the video game stuff first, shall we, gentlemen? First of all, let's look at There's a Steal for the new Monster Hunter movie. And it's not going to come up for you guys, but it's going to come up for the podcast. And it's the poster with
look at the steals. Look at the thing.
Mila Jovovich as the monster. I don't know what you would say. The monster.
As the hunter.
The hunter.
Yeah.
Hunter
Is
number
she the
1.
hunter?
I don't know.
I don't know.
She is.
I think it's Artemis. That's her name, because we get it. Huntress.
No. Yeah.
The hunter.
That's a little on the nose there.
Right.
But okay. But that's what it's gonna look like. And you brought up a good point. It was like, what? It's like, can video game movies with the whole like success of both Detective Pikachu and Sonic, which Sonic has beat Detective Pikachu in money standards. Can video game movies be good? Honestly. And that's a real honest question, I think, for a lot of people. Do you guys think it can be good? I mean, I think with the right people around it, it can be. I'm not gonna say Monster Hunter is gonna be a success because it's a dude. It's her husband, and he's the dude that makes the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, is it?
Right. Yeah, I believe
it's her husband. Oh, Paul Anderson.
Paul S.W. Anderson or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Paul Thomas Anderson, the better director. Yeah. I feel like it can, honestly. I feel like some stories can be made into a good movie, honestly. I think the Resident Evil movie, the Resident Evil games can be made into a decent movie or a series of movies. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or like what like okay. Let's get the whole debate on whether they can or cannot. Then let's see. Let's just talk about like which ones would you like, or if there was one that came out that that should get another try at it, and how would you go about redoing it or something like that? So just like, do you think do you think they can be good? It can be made into movies, or just characters from video games? Or the worlds. It doesn't have to be like the story of like a certain video game storyline. It just can be the world that's based around it. Like they're gonna do another Mortal Kombat, right? And there's a lot of lore into that. There's a lot of backstory into that one, but for all we know, it's just gonna be another fighter. Like, let's go to a place and fight. Nothing really crazy there, but it might be good. I don't know. I think for something like that, there's just a little bit too much backstory that you would have to put in there a little bit,
Yeah, offending other people. You didn't
the whole rivalry.
Justice.
And say you'd have to like the whole rivalry between like Sub-Zero's clan and Scorpion's clan, and all that other jazz and stuff like that. Like, why are they all there to assembled? Honestly, to begin with, I don't know. Weird.
Dead air.
Yeah, they can. Well, I don't know what you guys want to do. Like, because I feel like I said my fill. That they can. I think they can. Just have to get into the right person and right story, right? Right story to tell. Just like any other thing, I would say. Like Detective Pikachu and Sonic did pretty. Their stories were simple, yes, but I think they did what they wanted to do, and it succeeded.
What was the main premise of Sonic? Like, why was he there in the first place, and all that stuff? The story in general.
No, like because he's fast, and and people that the world that he lived in, like he had a power. Like I guess that was his that was the power, and people wanted it for its own, and so like the person that was taking care of him told him like, oh yeah, you have to leave because they found you, and so the owl, it's a giant owl that was like his guardian, I would say, gave him those rings and teleported him to Earth, and all the while he's just it's just like him just being alone, like the whole part of the movie pretty much. And he's just like sad about that, but he knows why he has to be alone, because if someone finds out, they're gonna want to exploit him or anything like that.
See, when I think about Sonic and not Dr. Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, it's a lot of like lore that you don't really contradict each other. Like when you said Mortal Kombat, there's a lot of lore and a lot of backstory, but Detective Pikachu and Sonic don't really have that concrete backstories.
That's true. That is true.
And not something like, rings aren't supposed to be used that way. Rings are used blah, 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 or something. I
mean, it depends on how you want to see it, too.
Yeah.
Because I know that the newer stuff, they do have more lore in the Sonic universe. But, yeah.
I was going to say, because, our lore... It's just him going fast. It's a side scroller.
Yeah. And rings
that's
are
all we know. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he get hit and does like rings pop out of him? Or does he really? In the movie?
Yeah, no.
Oh, because like I know that, but I was in the movie. There's like someone punch him in the face, and then just rings pop out of him. Or
his
no,
rings do fly out, but I forget what happens.
It must be like a power up.
That's about it, I think.
Yeah.
I think he falls, and they burst out of it, or not burst,
because
but fall.
you know the little thing in the trailer that the little I guess his little bird thing that Dr. Robotnik finds, and he like licks it, and it's like, what's it called? He uses that like as an energy source, and so that makes whatever machine he makes whatever machine he built fast as equally fast as him or whatever.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
that's why he's able to keep up with him.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, why is this robot's always on my ass?
Yeah, but yeah, that's how he does it, and that's pretty. I was like, oh, okay, I can get that.
Yeah,
I can get around that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah.
But something like Monster Hunter, I don't. I was the only Monster Hunter I've played is World, and there wasn't really much narrative going around there.
They said that one was the most unnarrative one. I think they
was it.
I think I've heard that. Yeah, somewhere.
I could see that, but like, yeah, I could definitely see that. It's bare bones, if anything.
Really, yeah, but it's pretty good. I don't know. I keep wanting to go back and try to play it. It's on Game Pass. That's why I'm like, oh, would I play it? I'm like, I don't know if I would though. I don't really want to talk to other people. That's how you coordinate stuff. No, it's gonna go in and hit it.
Hit it till it stops moving and rip off its tail.
Yeah. Or go play Dauntless again.
Yeah, that's right. That was fun.
It's a free to play game. Why not? But I was telling Mike yesterday. I was like, when we were talking about that, we're after our Smite session. I was saying like, I want to play Dauntless, but like, it's like you have to like build up your character in order to unlock like range fire or whatever.
Yeah.
You know. And it's like, it's like blocked between like you have to do these in order to get to this certain area.
Yeah, it's like a level up wall or something.
Yeah,
you have to grind that out.
Yeah, but I was like, it's still pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, do you think like it doesn't have to have like it's very? So are you saying like it should be
it's iffy
lore base? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really iffy because you guys are like fans of Resident Evil. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say cause so if do you say? I'm not saying like you're saying this, but I'm like trying to say like so if there's like lore into the series, it's really more difficult to adapt it.
Yes.
Because okay, all right.
Yeah, because
I can see that.
It crosses the line of like comic book movies at some point. Because I'm sure, like you said about Sub-Zero and the whole feud with Scorpion, people would want to see that, but not everyone plays the games.
Yeah.
But you have a demographic that's like, hey, why didn't you guys lean on that or blah 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 blah.
It's crazy because some of them have really good backstories to begin with.
Yeah, from what I've heard from you guys.
Yeah, because it's just like, how are you gonna do this? How are you gonna do that? Like, how you? It's just gonna be like, okay, here's these people, and they're gonna fight. Is it just gonna be like that? That's why I'm kind of worried about Mortal Kombat movie. I really hope it's not, because it's gonna be the same. It's gonna do the same beats as the first one.
The other one, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, you sort of get a backstory between Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya, and that's it, pretty much. Well, those are the only three that
See, if they want to do a good one, it should just rotate around the feud. I don't really play much of the Mortal Kombats, but what you've told me is as though that feud revolves a lot in the games.
Yeah.
The whole Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Is it something that overcompensates a lot of the games, or is still going? Like, what's a central story that they can lean on? They can't just go with Johnny Cage again and Sonya.
Yeah, because in the lore of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, the first Sub-Zero is sort of like an evil Sub-Zero-ish, I guess you would say. Because I think he's more like you would say. Yeah, his clan is superior. He believes his clan is superior to everyone. He's just like, and he wants. I think that's why he annihilated Scorpion's clan. I don't know. People will be like, "No, this is how it is." But,
yeah, there's more stuff. You haven't read the books and the comics and all this.
Yeah, but apparently, like Scorpion is killed and he's brought back by Shang Tsung as the Spectre, which he's always a Spectre up until what 10, I believe. But he is back as a Spectre.
Yeah, up until the 10, I think.
Yeah.
Is when he finally
so he like, cause like in 9 they like explain like, yeah, he was I guess Shang Tsung put it in his head that the original Sub-Zero killed his family, so he kills that Sub-Zero, and his little brother, his younger brother, takes his place as leader of the what is their clan name?
Lin Kuei,
yeah.
Lin Kuei.
Yeah. But during that time too, like his brother operated the the Cyber Initiative, which was bringing the bringing the Lin Kuei into more cybernetic. They were gonna make them all. They're gonna turn their whole clan into cyborgs, and that's where you get Smoke, Cyrax, and Sector from.
From what you've told me, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can focus on him and just have characters around Sub-Zero. Yeah. It sounds like a redemption arc to me.
Yeah.
Especially that he's a Spectre where he's like, he can't die, right? I'm assuming he can't die, but he wants to die, sort of thing.
Yeah, it is because because his the second Sub-Zero and him reconcile their past, and he even, I think, the Sub-Zero, he even helps him, reclaim his clan. He helps it grow, and they become close friends. But in 11 right now, since they messed around with the timeline again for the fourth time, they reset it all over again. Scorpion's back to being hateful, a Spectre, but he kills the second Sub-Zero. But then he finds out but before he died, he tells him your clan lives, and you will see your clan, your clan is a prosperous people, and and he dies, and and the Spectre becomes and he finds that his clan is alive, and is the I guess the HQ of their clan is. He has a change of heart, and he's like, "Oh, I've been wrong all this time,"
Yeah, so like a revenge redemption arc sort of movie. Yeah, if they lean on that, but I really doubt it.
Yeah, there will always be around Liu Kang, and he's he's the chosen one as the not fighter, champion of Mortal Kombat. I don't know if they would ever do the Cassie Cage or the Johnny Cage one. Johnny Cage, Cassie Cage, champions of Mortal Kombat. Because that's just slightly new right now.
Yeah. And what was the second question? If there was a video game movie now, what would we do differently?
Yeah, if there was a video game movie from the past, what would you do differently that you wanted to be remade? People should find this more interesting than what they put out at first. Well, there's Resident Evil, obviously. There's Silent Hill, which I'm I'm okay with, honestly.
Yeah, I'm
It's
okay with
cheesy.
that.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy, but it's still pretty solid as a movie.
Yeah.
The House of the Dead, everything that like what's his face Yuval made, that should never have been made into a movie.
Oh my gosh, it's a prequel to the game, which was like what?
Oh man, still remember going to see that, and I was like, oh my god, this is stupid.
Like a rave in the woods. What could go wrong on an island?
Yeah.
There's like a handful of extras, so they couldn't afford a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh man, that was hilarious. Oh, and there's like Alone in the Dark. Like everything that dude has touched. I can't remember anything from it though, but all I know is like Resident Evil, and then there was Doom. Actually, I forgot about that.
Oh, Doom. Oh, Doom. Damn. I'm kind of split now.
Yeah.
Because Doom could have been good if you just didn't have dialogue at all.
Yeah.
Just be like a John Wick where he's just killing a lot of things and people around him are dying, but he's trying to save them or something.
Yeah. I really feel like there's Super Mario Brothers. Forgot about that. That can be made, I believe, nowadays. Well, not as a live action movie.
Yeah, as like Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, it's like that kind of game. Well, because you have Mario Odyssey now, and that had sort of did he bend into the real world or something like that, or what? I never played it. I haven't played it yet.
I don't know.
I don't know if any of you guys played it either.
No.
So let me play it then, Mike. You have it.
Is that where he goes to New York?
I haven't done it yet. I went to Legend of Zelda again.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
I still need to get that.
Oh man, you finished Link's Awakening? Finally, did you finish? Yeah, you finished it, right?
Yeah, I finished it.
Sweet. What did you think of that?
I thought it was fun. I mean, I thought it's still pretty much the same game. So
yeah.
I mean, there's things changed here and there. I'm still a little indifferent on some of the little changes that they make.
Like what?
Well, the whole like you don't have to equip your shield anymore, and you don't have boots or what else.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. They made it a little bit more simpler. Yeah.
They made it a little bit easier to handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you had to. Yeah, because you had to have your either your shield or your sword in one of them. If I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the original it was like you would either be walking around with nothing.
Yeah.
Because you'd have your bow or whatever.
Yeah.
And then then you had to equip your sword and shield if you wanted to use them. But this one's like your sword and shield are automatically equipped, and your boots that you get down the line. So, I mean, it's cool. It's like a nice little change. It's more convenient than it was before, but at the same time, it's like you kind of want it to be a little bit harder. It's kind of like a Link Between Worlds. That one was it was fun still. It's just I really wasn't sure about how the item system worked in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Overall rating?
I mean, I still give it a 5 out of 5 because it was still a good game.
Okay. Cool. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, movies. Or like, what would you want to see? Like, if you had your choice, like, what would you want to do? What would you want to remake, or what would you want to be made into a movie? What video game? I still think the Resident Evil series needs a good solid story
reboot
to be told.
Yeah, kicking the balls or
yeah. I'd say.
Don't get me wrong, they're fun, but
Yeah. Oh, I don't care. Like it don't matter to me. I enjoy them, and I know they're flawed. So they're very flawed. They're very, very,
very, very.
I mean, you have Alice, she's like pre-Mary Sue, I would say.
Isn't there some point she gets clones and they're all pretty OP too?
Yeah.
Like a clone army.
I think the third movie is like when they finally said, all right, like Mary Sue powers activate. Like this, she cannot be touched or whatever. Yeah, if I remember right. And that was
in
the
her
one
contract.
Where, like, the world was destroyed, like for some reason. Like we couldn't handle the infection, and the world was just destroyed. What? Okay.
And then Umbrella's still advertising stuff and making stuff where there's no one to sell it to. They're just evil at this point.
So weird. Yeah, I still think that needs a solid story. Just go back to the mansion and how it all started. The thing is, like, I wouldn't know how to, like, it's like I would try to make it like funhousey maybe, but I don't know, man. It's like weird because the whole thing is just like you're exploring a mansion and, like, you know, the outskirts of it, and you find research lab underground, and that's like where it was where they've been, you know, experimenting on things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe not make it funhousey, just make it more horror. Yeah, you can make it just a horror movie, like horror, just really horror style. Things that go bump.
Boom.
That's it.
Bump.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it's basically the first game, but just Alice is there because we don't know who we like. Not the fans, but the audience doesn't really know anything really much about Resident Evil or who are major players.
Mm-hmm.
So you can easily just add Alice and then just have, I don't know, when they barge in after the dogs kill half their squad.
Yeah.
With Jill and Wesker and everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, who are you? Or something like that, and just carry on from there and just fit her in the narrative somehow.
I was gonna say, or you can pull off like a Dawn of the Dead, like a bait and switch with like the main character. You think it's like the white guy at first, but it's actually the black dude that's actually sort of like the main character. It's not really like he's not really the main character, but it's just more focused on.
He's the last survivor.
Yeah.
Everyone else is dead.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the black guy lived, and he gets shot anyway, even though he has a gun in his hand and not moving like a zombie, stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah. So that's mine. What do you guys? I know it's just like spur of the moment, but try.
Battleship.
Right.
Battleship. I don't see a lot of naval combat movies in general. Good naval combat movies. It's always something that's outrageous and patriotically just super exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do like battleships going off. So it'd be cool to see not aliens involved, but just naval combat, like the Pacific.
Yeah.
Stuff
Actually,
like that.
Cool.
Right? Like they're all gonna miss, but
How about you, Mike?
I'm trying to think. That's all.
Well,
Man,
okay, I guess
I guess I could go with the House of the Dead, right? Like,
I'm sorry.
make it play into the story. How it's like two dudes investigating a mansion.
Right?
It would be very Resident Evil like, but yeah.
That's a little bit better than what we got, honestly.
Yeah.
Just investigating a huge. Was it an island in the game, or was it just a mansion?
I think it was just a mansion. It was like out in the middle of like a forest or something like that. I think.
Yeah. That was the original. Yeah.
And then scientists running around like, "Oh my god, they're out!"
Yeah.
I was gonna say, two was the island.
Two was in the city. No,
Yeah.
2's in the middle of the city.
Is it?
Yeah.
And what's 3?
Oh, not a city, but a village.
And 3's in
it's
Venice.
An island.
And 3's in Venice. Is that the one in Venice?
3's in Venice. Okay.
That was cool.
3's like or I guess 2's in Venice.
Okay, 2's in Venice, and then 3's in.
3 is like a weird. I remember you're like. I think the first mission is that you're going after the main headquarters, and you're being chased by a big old dude.
Hemorrhoid monster. Oh,
Yeah, I can't remember what it was though. But yeah,
is that 4 or 3?
3.
Is there a 4?
I never. Yeah, there's a 4th one, but I never played the 4th one.
So the 4th one is weird. They added new weapons
Yeah, I never played
and
the
a
4th
choice
one.
system. Yeah.
There's like
Because-
4. There's like I think there's 6 actually.
Oh Lord, is there
Yeah,
6?
there's I think there's
I don't wanna doubt
6.
I know there's 6 time crises.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I
what,
was probably go with that.
what else is
What's
another good game?
Uh,
Should be. I would say should be made a new movie.
Shit.
Oh man. Let's see.
It's a video game movie that. Oh no, Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed? Yeah.
Yeah, if they didn't lean on making it a game about a video game, no, a movie about a video game, rather, like make it. Don't focus on what would make the video game good. Just make a whole different narrative.
Would
all
you
that
be
stuff.
happy with the Fallout game or
A
movie?
Fallout game.
A movie?
Oh, movie?
Yeah. It would have to be like an actual vault, right?
Yeah, you'd have to follow a vault guy.
Yeah.
But see, I would be, as long as that there's a balance of humor, dark humor, and like people getting
Yeah.
killed. And like, oh my gosh, am I supposed to laugh at that? And
What about Borderlands?
references.
With the whole Borderlands, like we were talking about Borderlands last week. Forgot about
that's
that.
right.
I forgot
Yeah.
that movie was gonna be made. Did they make a Final Fantasy movie?
other than
The animated
3D
stuff.
ones? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead Space? I think that would be pretty
Oh,
cool
I would,
movie.
I would love a Dead Space movie. Make it just Dead Space 3 so I can die and no, I'm just kidding. No, no,
Why would you do that? Why would you choose the worst game?
because I'll just die. It's like, why? Why is this?
Why is this happening?
Do you think Disney and all their might could probably do a Kingdom Hearts movie?
Maybe.
I'm just
Maybe.
looking at the stuff on my my.
Are you just looking at your
shelf.
backlog?
Yeah, I'm just looking at my backlog.
Because there's so much stuff with Kingdom Hearts. There's like Kingdom Hearts 29 and a half, or Kingdom Hearts
29.
Birth by Sleep, or like it's so convoluted.
3 3/4.
Yeah, 3 and 3. Kingdom Hearts quarter pounder with side of cheese and large fries. Or like, what's going?
It sucks
Oh,
because
yeah.
like the Kingdom Hearts like 1 and 2 that I have, the like the bundle, it's not even
Yeah.
like the actual like the like this is the definitive bundle of like your first 1 and 2 and whatever spin-offs that they had. It's like, oh really? Thank you.
I want a refund right now. I wouldn't mind a Metal Gear Solid movie or
Metal
a Tom
Gear,
Clancy
yeah.
movie. Oh no, Splinter Cell movie. That's the guy's name.
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool. I would love Splinter Cell. That'd be awesome.
I want Ironhide
know,
to act.
would say-
Not Ironhide. What's his name? Ironhide? No, it's not.
Iron
Michael-
Sides.
Michael Ironsides?
Is it Ironsides? I thought it was Ironsides.
It's Iron something, right? I hear his
Yeah.
voice in my head ridiculing me. Oh.
Ironhide.
Ironhide. What's his
Ironhide's coming. All right.
Just
Do this.
he's dressed as a Splinter Cell as Sam.
Just a big old robot.
Feeling lucky. Where's my phone? I don't even know where my phone is. I was gonna
Oh,
look
it's
for
actually
it.
Ironside. Holy hell!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Michael
Or
Ironside.
one for me. I don't know where my phone went. All right, cool.
I'm gonna call it
No.
LT's phone. Where are you?
Okay. Oh, it's right here.
I
Right
say, I
in
don't
front of
think
me,
you have his
stupid
number, do you?
dumb- stupid dumbass of me. All right,
hate that.
cool.
My phone was in my hand. Where's my phone? Oh, here it is.
Video game.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Can video like the whole thing was can video games and movies be good? Yeah,
Yeah, it'll depend.
It
Honestly,
just depends. Yeah, like what
it depends on how much love they put into it. If you're just like, yeah, we're just gonna make this.
they're just gonna make it.
yeah. Who's that one director who just cranked out video game movies just for money? It was like
U-Ball.
Blood Rain was one of them.
U-Ball, that's his name.
U-Ball, and then he retired, and like a
Yeah.
sigh of relief, everybody.
Oh, what about a Warhammer 40K? It'd be like, I know it'd be
yes,
like
all
really,
of it.
really difficult.
Just make it dark as hell. People dying left and right. They're making that one Eisenhorn. Is it live action?
Oh,
Was
I
it
forgot they were making it, and they are making a Warhammer 40K series. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I guess to test the waters, see if people can take this.
Along with this, like, they're gonna tell like the Silmarillion parts of the Silmarillion, and I hope they don't screw it up.
They will.
Oh yeah, they will. I'm sure. Oh man. Well, I know I'm gonna get flack for saying that. Well, because they already added people, like, you know, other ethnicities, and it's like that's not Tolkien stuff. But I'm like, okay, I can live with it. I guess
like what?
It'd be weird to see like you know, darker tone elves. It'd be like weird. Like they're having like it's like Tolkien stuff is like elves? Like
will they
just like Tolkien stuff was like based on like Norse, like I wouldn't not Norse, but just like European mythology, you know, and like it's not really you know, ethnicity friendly. You know, you have paler white and, you know, darker white.
The bad guys, all black or something. Yeah. The orcs and the Uruk-hai.
I think like the Harad were like the only like darker skin tone, but they're like the wild men of like the evil men of Middle Earth. They like live in like the desert of Middle Earth.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're in the game. In Shadow of Mordor, or Shadow of War. You go there. Yeah, you're right. That's crazy. Wild men.
Yeah. It's just like yeah. I can, but I can live with it. I'm not like But if they change like certain things from the Silmarillion, I'd be like, nope, I don't think I can do that.
What's the most that you can take them changing?
2%. I would say about maybe like 75, maybe.
Like what in it? What would be the line? Like, oh, Gandalf's a woman, or something like that.
Gandalf's a woman. Gandalf's a woman. Everything.
Yes. Gandalf has no form. He's a pansexual, or something. I don't know. Something that you would draw the line.
If they did identity politics in that series, I'd be like, this is no. This is not what this is not how it is. But, you know, how would I say? If they changed the tragic story of I forget his name, or her name, but it's like Bjorn. The love story. It's like the thing that's pretty much based around between the love of an elf woman and a human man, and like their like undying love for each other. I want to see that. That'd be pretty neat. But if they change that into like something weird, I don't know. It'd just be weird to see. Or like changing like somebody's like a mythic hero, changing a mythic hero from, or changing one of the elves, like not Celeborn. Is it Celeborn? Glorfindel. Glorfindel is a huge part in the Silmarillion, because he's like one of the people that banish. He defeats like one of the dragons in the first war, I would say.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
In the fall of Gondolin, of the elves' hidden city, of the elvish hidden city. I just want to see how this goes.
A lot in the Silmarillion. Do the elves get slammed a lot?
Yeah, they do, kind of. A lot, yeah.
Because this is them kind of losing their ground now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's them like exploring Middle Earth, because they weren't there in Middle Earth. They were in the Undying Lands.
They're the invaders.
On the other side. Yeah, and so they started to explore when because in their world the world was flat first. And it had nothing whatever, and it was lit by 2 lamps, one in the north, one in the south, before they were destroyed. And so the gods made, or the Valar, I should say, Valar, not gods. Valar made the sun, and so they made the world round to make it, circle around there. And,
I'm sorry, I'm so hooked up on you said flat Earth. So I'm like, did the elves believe the Earth was flat, or was it literally it was flat?
It was literally flat.
And then the gods were like, "Hey, we'll make it round," and then they made it round. Huh.
So people couldn't venture to the Undying Lands. So they couldn't get to that touched.
Oh. I really wish you didn't tell me that. Now I'm just thinking elves like, oh, no, Earth is round.
They have diagrams of it being
how flat. It looks?
Yeah, how it looks. Yeah.
I'm trying to separate my fantasy from real life is what I'm having difficulty right now.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking elves it's flat Earth, don't you know? And I'm associating that with now where people think Earth is flat.
Yeah.
Now I'm associating those people with elves, so I'm kind of
yeah, it's pretty neat. It's pretty interesting. Oh, lore. Read the Silmarillion. I love it. It's a good book.
It's not that
a lot of battles. Yeah, a lot of battles. A lot of just like how everything comes to play from the to the Lord of the Rings. Not so much the Hobbit, but just
how long is it? Like in terms of years from Lord of the Rings before the battle of.
Before this is like it takes place, or it really stops, because it has like a little short appendage of the Third Age. It's really just all the way up from the First Age, the awakening of the elves of the world to the end of Lord of the Rings.
So it's like 100 years or 2,000 years.
Whew, man. Let's see.
Like how much is an age for that? Is that a year? Or
no.
10 years? 100?
I have no idea how long. Let me look that up. I'm gonna look that up.
Because it'd be crazy if they end the season or end the series and allude to it being Fellowship.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Something like that.
Ages of Middle Earth.
Where's that?
In years. Okay, duration. Come on.
Some nerd has to have calculated this.
Oh, I'm sure of it. And the years of the lamps. Oh, okay. First age, Age of Arda. First age began the awakening of men, and Halondra, and the end of it lasted about 587 years.
So an age is 586 years?
Yeah. First age. That was the first age.
Okay.
The second age lasted 3,441 years.
How do you separate the age? Okay. I'll accept it. Thank you.
Yeah. And
500 to 3,000.
Lasted for 3,021 years.
Okay. So it's whatever they feel as though this is a good time to stop the age.
Yeah. Well, it
feels right.
It's like the first age. It says like it ended in the final overthrow of Morgoth, which is the predecessor to Sauron, which he is the actual Morgoth is the one of the Valar.
Yeah,
he can't really die, but they defeat him. The elves and I think men. Yeah, voyaged. Yeah, then the second age it ends. Second Age ended with the downfall of Sauron's army. So that's the end. That's when the Ring of Power comes into play.
Mm.
Yeah, that's when they slice the ring off of
his fingers.
Yeah, and the Third Age ends. Yeah, the Third Age ends when they defeat Sauron finally for good. Ta-da!
Okay.
There you go.
Take a bow, yay!
But it's a fun read if you can last through it. I don't know. You like dry, sort of. Yeah, not really dry, but just very long and descriptive writing, I would say. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Take that off of our thing, and we will get to other video game related news. Or is that all we want to talk about? First of all, I think we're good, right? On the whole, video games being good movies.
Yeah.
I think so.
Among many other things.
I've seen. Did you see the Resident Evil screenshots? Or I saw what Max was showing up on there.
I've seen the gameplay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen the screenshots, but even then, I'm pretty sure the screenshots are almost the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, what is this Xbox Series X specs? Cross-buy confirmed, smart delivery. What is that? I didn't know that part.
I think it was this week. No, I think it was probably this week that Xbox started releasing stuff about their console.
Mm-hmm.
And smart delivery is that if you buy a game from Xbox this gen, you can get a free copy for the next gen.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Is that another one was eject discs by the controller, I guess, so you don't have to. It's like what PlayStation does, but there's going to be a button for it now.
What if I accidentally hit that button?
Yeah, it's going to pop out. I don't know how that works, because at least PlayStation, there's a menu you access it through.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was telling that to Michael, too, and I was like, why haven't they made something like this before with a button? I mean, like, it has to be like somewhere where you can't touch it, though. That's the thing. Like, where it's like the tippy top of the controller, I guess you would say, probably.
Yeah.
Right next to the power cord or something. I don't know.
Like this nipple.
I would say like it would have to be it would have to like you would have to have a constant hold on it. It's not like, oh yeah, just push it and eject it. No, you have to.
It pops out. Yeah, and other than that, it's gonna be 4 times as powerful as current gen Xbox.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I saw like the IGN's like specs or whatever, like comparing it to like they compared the 360 to like the original Xbox. And it was like 16 consoles, like powerful, like 360, and like I think the first gen 1 was like 6, if I remember right. Then they did like the Series X, and it's like 2 or 4 times better than 4 original consoles.
Yeah,
or something like that. Then yeah, like this one's gonna be like 2 Xbox Zox. I would say, I don't know how you abbreviate it. I don't know.
The
Series X, yeah, it's like 2. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Can it be 3 or 4? Not really winning me on just 2. It's just all right. But okay,
I don't know Xbox's strategy just to be, we want more, everything's more, but it depends on how you use the tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, are you actually going to put video games on there?
That's the real question.
Because you're really lacking in that a whole lot in here.
Yeah, right? And they're opening it to PC?
Yeah, your own video games. I'm not talking about just like, oh yeah, we have video games, but your stuff. You only have like Halo, Gears, what What was that other one? A lot of indie titles.
Forza.
Too. Yeah.
Oh
yeah, Forza. I forgot about that. Was that one that they keep? What's it called? I forget what it's called. Dang it.
Gears, Halo. Dead Rising?
Yeah,
no, that's not.
That's not anymore. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
No, they wanted to make money now.
Yeah. Is Killer Instinct going to be one of them? Mike?
I don't know. As far as anybody said, that they're not even working on another one.
So it might just be gone.
It might just go to the wayside like Banjo-Kazooie did.
Oh, game.
Banjo-Kazooie.
You want to if you want to do something, you get those member berries. That's like a good way to do it. You make Banjo.
They're gonna have not crossplay, backwards compatibility with all the way to the first Xbox. So maybe that's their way to get those berries.
Oh God!
Like, yeah, you can go all the way to Gen 1 or something like that.
Like, can we play them though online? No. Like, we don't have that kind of capacity anymore. Oh, all right. That'd be pretty crazy if they did. Oh man, imagine like people playing Battlefront.
Oh my God! Just go back to that one instead.
Because they gave us Battlefront for the free game, the original Battlefront.
Why?
But they deactivated the online.
Whoa. I guess they don't want people playing that with Battlefront 2 nearby.
Doesn't it say like is it worth it now?
Battlefront 2?
2 worth it? Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I want to say that. Oh God, what's that? What's going on?
Huh?
Police.
Landline.
Oh, landlines. I remember I used to have a recording box. Wait, what are you talking about?
Say the Battlefront 2.
Yes. Yeah, it's not as buggy as it was in launch, but a lot of the content is you'll feel bitter. It's like, yeah, this should have been here already.
Yeah,
but,
of course. Like everything that they finally we finally revamped it after like 3 years.
Yeah, it feels better and looks better and all that stuff, but I don't know whether or not I would be still salty about it though. I'm still am at some points. But it's like they finally added new weapons. The new update.
Yeah. Man, it's horrible. Cause because they've been like saying they have it on sale right now too. I know that. And I was like, should I buy it or no? I was like, nah, probably not, because it's just gonna be like all the other ones that I play. It'll be kept at the wayside.
Yeah. And it's weird because they're adding Rebel content now.
Yeah.
Because there's a new pistol for the officer, and it's Kanan's pistol.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's Kanan's pistol, and then they added an ISB agent, which is basically Cullis. That dude. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're slowly doing it. It's gonna be it's gonna be another 3 years or something, and they can just cross-play it. I don't think they'll make Battlefront 3.
I was gonna say by that time Battlefront 3 will be there.
Yeah,
I think. Well, since they're really not making any more, I shouldn't say that because they are. They're not gonna make any more trilogy series Star Wars movies. I don't think they really. There's no need for a third one. I think.
Yeah.
In their eyes, I would say that.
They can just do what Rainbow Six does and just slowly improve. Because Rainbow Six was garbage when it first came out.
That. Yeah.
But it's slowly getting better.
Yeah. Oh man, there was another game that we stopped playing too.
Or like the
Forest.
Forest.
It wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah, the Forest. Oh man.
There's an end to that. We could finish it. Right? Toss the ring into the fire.
Yeah.
no, and you toss him into the fire.
with the ring, and then
Yeah.
I want to see that. I want
It should
to
work.
actually. We should. Me and Mike. We should do that. Play the
What?
forest. Finish
Why?
it.
Yeah, with
That-
your door open.
Oh man, you know how scary that game was.
I know, right?
When we
At
found
some
out
point,
they're
it
jumping in the
becomes-
trees. Yeah.
Oh my, yeah, that was like, why is there always leaves falling each time we go? And we look up. There are the trees. There are the trees. And you guys watched me get punched in the face.
Oh man. Oh, those are good times, man. Those good times. Anyway, all right, let's go. E3. Okay. Oh man, E3, man. When is that? May, June, somewhere around there.
July.
It's coming up. I know that.
Yeah.
It's coming up. I know that. But anyway, this thing headline: Is E3 worth $165 to $1,000 ticket? I'd say no, not anymore. No. Why would you? Why would it even be 165? You better get like a premium bag of goodies with that too.
They got a ball pit that you can play in.
A ball pit, a sweaty ball pit. Yeah, I guess if you want to play games out there or just be able to have the bragging rights, I suppose.
Bragging rights. that you
Hey,
can
I
do
went to
first,
E3.
yeah.
Blah blah blah.
But like, it's one of those things. Is like, it doesn't really affect us that you played it first. Because I mean, well, it doesn't affect like I don't know how much of the general population. Because like whatever, we don't go anyway. So,
Yeah, you're in line for 6 hours, and we are watching the press conference, and we already know more stuff than you do, probably.
yeah.
Does it say that? Yeah, it's hilarious. It's just like the big three aren't really. Well, it's just Microsoft now.
The big
It's just
one.
there, pretty much. Yeah. And I told Mike, I was like, before this podcast, we're looking at the things, and we're just like, the only reason why they're there is just they're trying to get back in the graces of the people that they screwed over this generation. But they're still not doing anything to even do any to even be even in my graces. Honestly, like, they screwed up.
Like the mic itself just turns me off when we join a party on the Xbox, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like a
You
tin
sound
can.
we all sound totally different from like going from PlayStation to Xbox.
Right?
Like, wow. Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness.
Oh man. I think it's just like two is I don't know. Like, it's not as advanced that I like, because you can plug in an audio, like I can plug in my Yeti into a PlayStation and it'll respond to the microphone.
Yeah.
Whereas I can't even do that with an Xbox. You can't even plug it in. It won't respond to it.
So there are more hoops you have to jump through to be able to connect that.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm like, maybe now, I don't know, but yeah, like for the past like couple of years, I've been trying to do it. I've been like, oh, maybe this will work. I'm like, nope, doesn't work. You need to plug into the controller. And it's just like, what's the point of this? Like, you kind of, didn't, progress in anything. It's kind of stayed the same.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got better specs now.
Like, oh. Yay.
Oh,
State of
anyway,
Decay, one of the games that you
yeah.
you released.
Oh yeah, there you go. State of Decay
was so bad.
so
State of
bad
Decay 2.
too. Yeah. And yeah, you said you guys didn't progress.
Oh my god, I freaking hate that. I don't understand why that's a feature. Yeah, we're helping you,
Yeah.
so we don't progress at all.
That's weird.
So
I
we're
mean, I
just
guess
support.
the upside is we get all cool stuff early, but like, yeah, we don't progress. So what was the point?
Yeah, I want to build a base that we all worked on and stuff.
Yeah, that's insane.
The glitches are funny though. Getting hit out of nowhere, and then there's a zombie in front of you.
Yeah.
Like, where did you come from?
I should play that and see if it's any good still. Or if it did get any
No.
better. I don't think it did.
Oh, it hasn't not.
I just because well, it was on Game Pass, so I just started playing the original one. I was like,
Mhm.
oh man, this is what I remember. But I was like, I should be playing the second one because I've already played this one. I was like, I want to get those achievements.
Oh,
Like,
achievements.
for some reason, it doesn't like it. You can get double achievements for playing the game. I always thought like your achievements go over.
Yeah.
From your 360. Yeah. I guess it's because it's the remastered version. I guess maybe that's why.
Oh, you're getting both. Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
can see. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. Yeah, that's not worth it. E3's not worth it. That's not worth it anymore. Okay.
Nope.
Now let's get on to the juicy of the juices.
Juice. No.
Well, we'll do the
Juice
little
is
things
loose.
first. Do you want to talk about the Dan DiDio?
Danny Dio.
Stepping down as DC's, what is it?
Wait, editor in chief.
Editor in chief. Yeah, I was gonna say
I wanna
editor in
say
chief.
He
Yeah.
was editor in chief. But let me
Yeah.
double check. Look at me. I was catching up with all the news and stuff.
And yeah, I was just like, I would listen to. I watched. Well, when it was going down, I was just like listening to everyone, like how like he was okay, but he also like did a lot of. Also let certain things happen in DC that shouldn't have happened. I guess you would say. Yeah. Like, he there's like a lot of them say like his biggest was letting what is it? The one that the studio went under.
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Yeah.
Yeah, Vertigo
Yeah.
for Black Label. For
Yeah, he
DC
didn't-
Black Label.
Yeah. He didn't do anything. He just let it die, I guess you would say. Like that would
It's
be
drowning. Help
Yeah,
me,
like-
Dad.
like his biggest thing. But because like I think because they said they took out Hellblazer, which is Constantine,
Mhm.
and Swamp Thing. Those were all what is it called again? It's not I know it's Vertigo. Yeah, those are both
Vertigo.
Yeah, those were both Vertigo Studios comic books, and they put it into the MCU, the DC.
No, they just
universe.
consumed them like
Yeah.
Shazam.
And it kind of just destroyed it that way a little bit. I
Oh.
think that's like one of the biggest steps that kind of screwed it over. I also like saw the convergence of New 52 and Rebirth. Rebirth, I would give him a pass, but New 52, I guess you would say, yeah, that was kind of a mistake, a huge mistake on their part. Yeah. I don't know. I follow a lot of like I don't know how you would I don't think you would call them bitter, but just a lot of more inside people that know the business,
Mm.
and they just had like really nothing really good to say about him, really, honestly. So I don't know. I might be tainted on, what I say.
So I think last week you brought it up, and then I was in a fury, and then now that I'm okay, I did a lot more research and followed the story a lot more. And what I could
Yeah.
gather with Dan is that he was good and bad for DC. He was good in a way where each time DC would be floundering and failing in terms of like going bankrupt, he would try to help it with Rebirth, New 52, and say what you want about that stuff because I don't know if we all agree, but I don't really like that stuff, that new stuff that he made. Mm-hmm. But it rejuvenated DC because it added young readers to and stuff like that. Crap. Oh my gosh, is that your cat?
Oh, yeah.
It sounds like a person yelling for help.
I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
It is crazy when you hear her. I'm like, jeez.
It used to be just meows. Now it's like screaming. Should we? Well, I'll wait.
She responds to him and just like.
Oh really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the reason. I think that's the reason why she goes crazy with her meows like that.
Is that like she's hungry or something? Or
I think so. Yeah. Or just like, look at me.
Look at me and my beautiful skin, and she's just flexing. How old is Mike's cat? Making a weird
Well,
segue.
I would say she's probably on her way out because she's like 20 years old.
What is the usual death of cats? I don't know. I don't have a cat.
I think it's like 20 years, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like really. Let me see that. Hold up. What is the average age of a cat?
Oh, I can't do that. Cause I have Brittany has a cat and she's pretty much ready. Yeah, she's ready for the cat. Atlas, it's his name, is to die, and I can't really do that because I'll get emotionally invested.
Yeah.
How do you move on from that? Right? No, in age. Atlas is pretty old too.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's gonna be a point where he's gonna die.
She is. Yeah, she has outlived the average. Good for you, kitty.
Wow.
It says 2 to 16 years. I don't know. Oh my! The 2 to 16.
Goodness.
Yeah,
2 to 16.
Yeah, she's outlived it by 4.
Wow.
Yeah, because I remember.
I'm clapping.
I was a sophomore. No, a freshman when they. No, so I guess 19 years. I may be off. Yeah, maybe
19, but still, jeez.
Yeah. It's still pretty long. It's pretty long.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Welcome back.
I don't know what she wants, man. I went in there, she just looked at me and was like, "What?"
What? Never heard a cat cry before?
I know, right? Get the hell out of here.
I refilled her food bowl. Like, it wasn't even empty, so...
Sounds like a cat.
She'll probably cry again in a couple of minutes, because that's what she usually does.
Oh, I'm gonna starve. There's no food in my bowl.
But yeah, I'm still not sold on the 5G stuff yet. But thing is, like, comics have been so bland nowadays. It's just I haven't been up to par with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would care. Honestly, if like, yeah, new 5G. Maybe I would go there for like maybe just to see like find out what it's about. Yeah. But after that it's just like, all right.
Yeah, that's the thing with comics too. That's their biggest proponent, is that they can't get new young readers to come in. Yeah, because the old readers don't really give a crap about it. Yeah, and that's fair because it's not their heroes that they grew up on and read about. But then there's the issue with the same readers saying to young readers, "Hey, don't read that; it's bad," and then they don't read the new stuff
instead. Yeah,
read
the old stuff instead.
Yeah. Read that instead.
That's what I'm saying to my niece right now and nephew. I'm like, no, don't read the new stuff. Read this old stuff. Get the, like, get your context in all this.
Yeah.
Where it all started. Not all started, I guess you would say. Just like read the famous or the more, popular storylines.
Yeah.
Which is weird. When I always think about that, I always think they might be like 70s, 80s, 90s. Most of them are like pretty much like 2000s, almost pretty much. Like for Marvel, Civil War was one, but then you have Infinity War, which is what I would say 80s or 70s.
Yeah, somewhere around. I'm not sure about 70s, maybe 90s, 80s,
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
90s. Yeah, I always like
Yeah.
when the they get all when the comic books look like that. They always get mixed up with me. Like, oh, that looks like a 70s. Like, no, that's 1990s. Like, that's 90s. Okay.
I just remember the colors, how vivid the
Yeah.
colors are. Like, whoa,
Yeah.
Jesus!
It's
Like
so,
Jack
bright.
Kirby went
Yeah.
crazy. But
Comic. Oh no, it's Infinity Gauntlet. Sorry.
yeah.
When is that published? 91 or yeah,
Yeah.
December of 91. Interesting. Cool. All right. So yeah, him leaving. I'm still not. Yeah, like.
Oh my God.
Hey!
All right, I'm just gonna continue. But okay, so or I want Mike to give his 2 cents.
I think he left.
So, no, he left with the cat. Do you want to
Yeah.
talk about something else? Well, he helps his cat.
Talking baseball. I don't
Baseball,
know.
let's do it.
Driving force behind 5G. What is the? Okay, all right. Go ahead.
Okay.
With your Dandio.
With my Dan Dio
Spiel.
segment. So apparently the driving force is both AT&T and Warner Bros. But
Yeah.
Dan was the proponent, the one who pushed it mostly. But since he's gone, it's not really for sure how it's gonna shape up to be.
Yeah.
Because, like we talked about how he was good for DC in terms of just making new stuff, but that would be depend on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That was good, but the bad thing is, and I think the reason why he was fired was that he did a lot of micromanaging on the side and rubbed a lot of people wrong.
Okay. Yeah.
Is what I got, and then he was
Okay.
fired.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And it's just like Jim Lee's involved now. He's not really the what's he called? But he's just like I wouldn't say puppet, but he's just there to oversee it now.
Yeah, he's
If I remember
one
right.
of the publishers.
Yeah. And, like poor Jim Lee. I watched him. He has a Twitch channel. I used to watch him.
Or like do art and stuff like that.
Do art, yeah. He
Yeah.
would do everything, man. He would go from like Dread, Vader, Star, anything,
that's
anything
pretty
like
sick.
that everyone requested. Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And he would like go there and ink it and everything like that. Sometimes it would take like 2 days, but like yeah, just
2
like,
days though. That's crazy.
Just
I
like
wouldn't.
how incredible. Just like how it just comes into his head, like how. Like, cause me, I still have to draw like circles and stuff like that to like get an outline.
I can't even imagine. I draw lines and then I just
Yeah.
kind of lose my train of thought.
Yeah, and he's just like, all right, I'm just gonna do this. Or no, he doesn't say that, but just like, all right, I'm just gonna draw this line here, and we have a face. You know, it's just like okay, like, crazy. Oh man, I wish I was that good. I started drawing again today, or yesterday as well, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. If I have like a reference, that's the only bad thing about me. I have to have a reference.
Yeah.
To like something. If I don't, then I'm screwed. If I try to like just think about it, I'm just like, I can't see it. It'll just come out ugly. But yeah, I was trying to draw like our D&D characters.
No.
Yeah, I was trying to draw a dwarf with the image of my face or whatever that sort of looks like me. Yeah.
Oh, I was
like,
a chick character.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have a chick character with my
I'm gonna give her a beard.
with a beard.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you some feminine features. I see what you look like.
Made my eyes.
Just just smoothing out your face a little bit. Just make it a little bit more slender.
No.
Keep those
Fat.
big big Filipino lips of yours.
Double chin. Oh my god.
Just have that big smile on your face.
And then that pig nose. And then make it longer. There you go, Filipino nose.
Yep. I was gonna say Filipino nose because I was like, oh, you guys have the same. All you guys have the same nose. As bad as that sounds, but I was like, yeah.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah, a lot of Filipino. You guys have the same features. A lot of the same features. The nose is one of them. I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine. Like, it's whatever. Like, that's how I know you guys are Filipino. Like, wow, native's pretty racist. I don't think it's racist, but it's just
like calling us native or
no, me.
Native
like
features
saying,
are racist.
No, just saying like, oh wow, SR native's racist.
Oh, okay.
Noses. I'm like, well, yeah, yes.
Yeah. You're racist. Well,
like he's brown too. Like I don't like.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Like I'm brown. They call me red for some reason. I don't know why, but you know,
it's just weird.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh,
but okay. The same thing, but the same thing can be said to us about us. We have pretty big noses as well, or we don't have little stout noses like you guys.
Oh.
We have pretty wide noses, I would say.
I don't remember you guys' noses when I met you guys.
Yeah, we have a big end, like big. I don't know how you would say that.
Like
whatever.
Nose?
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh yeah.
What were we talking
Jim
about? 5G
Lee
stuff.
And stuff. Yeah.
Jim Lee stuff.
5G
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of people from Marvel and DC, they're supportive of Dan, but a lot of writers and artists don't really like Dan.
Yeah,
because Rob Liefeld. Yeah.
Rob Liefeld
really doesn't like him, and a lot of other people don't really. It's mixed. I guess.
Ethan Van Sciver didn't like him either.
About that guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was doing a lot of research about this. Weirdly, I don't really research this stuff, but apparently, him and Cosmic Book News or something, they just do that for clicks.
Yeah.
For their whole thing. So when they said that DC might be sold, and because there's an article now,
I read that too. Yeah. Like a lot of people were backtracking on that. Yeah.
I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Because apparently nobody will touch him. Like no one will talk to him.
Like you guys lied to us. Yeah. It's just like, all right, cool. It's like, yeah, I think we kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but like, dudes, like video guy, like the dude I get my information from, like his name is your boy Zach, Comics with your boy Zach. He does like his credentials are he's out doing a book called I forget his name, Jawbreakers. He's in the comic book. Yeah, comic book.
Okay.
He's in the industry, so he kind of knows his stuff a little bit. I kind of like, you know, he's that dude that you were like saying like he's like sounds condescending, and he's like, he's the dude that I listen to, and you were saying like he sounds like condescending, and like
does he
laughing at his own jokes or something like that, you know?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You know, he has like this is how you do this, and like you know, it's just like you know, it's like
was it that guy?
Like that kind of noise? Yeah,
I don't remember
that kind of noise.
Oh,
but like he does like a lot of like videos on like how like sales for yearly sales or whatever for the industry, and like he was talking about like he is like and how like wow how crazy bad it is right now.
Yeah,
because he's like it's just like the sales are just as bad as like as the like them getting out of the recession like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Like in 2012, it's just as bad as it is right now. Or it's even, I think it's just a little bit better, but it's just as bad.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow. It's like, because you have like this whole, because like during that, like it progressed coming out of the recession, it was going up. Then like it went down a little bit, but then it went back up. in like 2015, then like 2016 and 2017 and like 18 and 19, it just went down really crazy bad. It's just like, oh, like what?
Yeah, wasn't it 20,000 back then?
Yeah.
In terms of comics, out of 76 issues, a lot of them would hit 20,000 resells or something like that, and it slowly went down.
Yeah.
And now 4 comics barely hit that mark.
Yeah. Yeah, but he just like he has a real problem with the industry. So like just in general, like just like why they keep producing, like giving certain writers you know, passes like every time when they know that they've failed in you know, their sales. Just like, why do you keep giving these people jobs? Yeah. What were we talking about? That is freaking. I get in tangents.
Backtracking.
My bad. Yeah.
Backtracking in terms of, because not the next day, but the next week they said that Marvel was going to buy DC, and all credibility just kind of went through the window. I was like, okay, this is all this.
I heard that too. I was like, that's not going to happen. Yeah.
Just alarmist bull.
Yeah. I was like, I hope. My God, if that did happen, I'd be like, all right, I'm done. Like, I'm just like like government, take Disney and, you know, start separating. Give, you know, do whatever you need to do to get them smaller. I guess I don't know how you would say.
Yeah, stop eating everyone.
Stop eating everyone. Yeah. Oh man, but yeah.
Yay!
I remember people were saying like, imagine seeing that happening. I'm like, I don't want to see that happen.
No.
Like, imagine seeing like Superman go up against, you know, whatever. I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I'm sorry, I don't want to see that. I'm like, or Batman playing with like Daredevil and stuff like that. I was like, no. Like, let them be on their own.
Yeah. They're from 2 different worlds.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I always laugh when I hear people say that, 2 different worlds, because I think of the Simpsons episode. It's like a Halloween special one. Yeah. Anyway.
Does it involve 2 different worlds?
Yeah, because he's just a comic book guy, and he's like talking about, like, he's reading an Aquaman comic book, and he's like, but Aquaman, you cannot marry her. You're from 2 different worlds. and like comic it's like guy. It happens like an atomic bomb, like, and the like. Yeah, it's launched at Springfield, and like when he says that, the atomic bomb like goes right in front of him, and he's like, "Oh, I wasted my life." Explodes on him. Well, yeah, that's why I always laugh when 2 different worlds come up. Okay. So let's go on to the meaty stuff today. Netflix developing. I know you're gonna be happy about this. I was telling you about this or at the end of the last podcast. The War for Cybertron. Yeah.
You'll be surprised. Because I'm on the fence.
Yeah. What about
it's being developed by Rooster Teeth.
Oh.
And the voice actor for Optimus Prime is not Optimus Prime. It's not Peter Cullen. It's one of their dudes. Or some other dude. I'm sorry, dude. I don't remember your name. But you're playing my favorite character, so I don't care.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I watched it. Yeah, Rooster Teeth is one of their big productions now. I shouldn't have linked the trailer. I should have linked the article about it.
So is it going to be all action and all style and no
like anime? Whatever we saw from Ruby and stuff like that. That's the vibe I'm getting. Now, let me not siege check myself. But continue talking.
Man, that sucks. But I don't know why, but I just hear a lot of things that Rooster Teeth is like in trouble too as well. Well, not trouble, but just like they're kind of struggling as well. Now, I'm not saying like they should should halt it, but yeah, they've been having layoffs in there too as well, in their side of the company. You know, I think like did Bernie step down? I remember right.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I think so.
So, sorry, sidetrack. Yeah, it's going to be Rooster Teeth, and alongside AllSpark Animation, which is the Transformers company, and Polygon Pictures. It has nothing to do with the video game website, but it is a Japanese studio.
Okay.
In terms of CG and stuff like that.
Like Rooster Teeth is not a Japanese studio.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
But did they pair with them for Ruby and some of Red versus Blue?
I think so.
I know they added that guy, rest in peace guy, because he died, right? Like a heart attack or something.
Didn't he have a heart attack?
He died of something. He was really young though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I forget. Like I think his heart just stopped beating or something like that.
Yeah.
He like exhausted himself. I want to say that. I think that's what it is. Well, when you're dedicated, I guess when you're dedicated, when you're
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like honestly, like I'm not gonna say bad things about him, but I didn't care for that style when for Red versus Blue when that came out. So, but all to him. He
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Whatever. He was fine.
Your stuff is still here. Like a lot of your legacy is still there are conventions where a lot of fans praise your stuff.
Yeah, it just wasn't my style, you know.
Yeah. But seeing that in Transformers, I'm not too sure about that Peter Cullen is not Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
That turns me off already. It's the same with Metal Gear Solid and Splinter Cell, where they changed the voice actors.
Yeah. Yeah, who
So the guy from 24.
I was gonna say, I forget his name. Whatever. But I was like, really? Like, this is Snake? I'm like, no, this is not Snake.
Yeah.
That is horrible. It's not Snake. Like, this is I think that's why, like, it kind of, like, the last game kind of just threw me off. I was like, I don't really want to play this. This is not Snake.
Sammy talks like,
yeah.
Where's the cigars? Like,
I didn't know where to go, honestly. I was like, all right, cool. Oh man, but anyway, yeah.
I mean, it looks good though. Give it that.
Cool. Yeah,
looks cool. Gen 1, yay, and it looks super dramatic with like, what do we do in our war? Or do we destroy Cybertron to save it? All that stuff.
Yeah.
But we know how the story ends. They do. They leave. So I don't know.
I guess it's gonna be just a lot of red shirts being killed off, I guess you would say.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Like getting to know those red shirts and like, hopefully have an emotional bond with them, then they die. I don't know.
Yeah. Like Bumblebee.
Yeah.
That I forget his name, but he's a big character in Gen 1. And he gets executed on the moon. Yeah, and stuff like that. I know that wouldn't resonate with other people, but I guess it just like, oh man. It's like when they killed from in was it Batman versus Superman? Jimmy Olsen. When they headshot Jimmy Olsen, you're like, why? What? Jimmy Olsen's a CIA.
CIA agent. Oh man. But then you're like, why is Jimmy Olsen a CIA agent?
It doesn't make any
sense. Yeah.
He's got the heart, but I don't think he's got the heart to lie all his career. Not saying all CIA people lie, but be undercover and stuff.
Was he as a photographer in there? Was he disguised?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. I honestly, I don't. I think he was disguised, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like he wasn't. Was he a photographer, or was he just like hidden?
I think so. I think he was a photographer. And like they suspected them of being spies or something like that. Then they found out he was a spy.
And he was with the loud ass beeping when he broke his phone. Not his phone, his camera.
Yeah.
God, what is it?
Okay.
What is it?
Come on, guys, you're CAA. I don't think you need a beep.
And how could you tell that apart from the phone? Not the phone, guys. Keep saying from the camera components. You don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Weird. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Suspicious. It's gonna raise. If I hear anyone in that voice from Rooster Teeth, I'm gonna be upset. Bob Iger steps down from Disney CEO. That's crazy. Did they ever give a reason why or no?
Just to retire.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna be still part of Disney, but he'll be more
I was
on the
gonna say-
creative side.
Yeah, I
of
was
it.
gonna say. I think like his contract expires next year, so he's like,
Yeah.
really, he's still sort of like with the company, but he's just like, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, he's training the new guy, the other
Yeah.
Bob.
Oh man. Okay, and Steven Spielberg. Yeah, that was a weird one for me. Steps down as the director for Indiana Jones 5, but James Mangold's gonna take over. I think.
Yeah, I don't mind that now.
I don't mind that at all. He makes some pretty good films. I think a lot of like an underrated film of his is 310 to Yuma.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. And he did Logan too.
He did Logan and he did the Johnny Cash biopic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See, now I'm kind of worried now because a lot of those movies are very emotional and very stamped in realism. But seeing
Yeah.
Indiana Jones in that setting, like, is he drinking hard, like beating his kid or something like that?
He's
beating Shia LaBeouf.
Doesn't say. He's all suffering from PTSD because
He's smacking Marianne around.
Shia LaBeouf's character. You get to school, damn it.
Yeah, he's like, call him Ma! And then his heart got ripped off. And like, oh my god. And then short round.
Short round, as they say.
Yeah, like short round in his
PTSD on
sleep.
short round.
Short
Yeah.
round. Dr. Jones. He makes Mutt dress like short round. His
Oh my
clothes are too
God.
small for him to fit.
I can see that. I can see him like dreaming and like like how short round gets killed off. Like what happened to short round? Because like Temple of Doom is a prequel for the Indiana Jones series, and it's like where's short round in Raiders of the Lost Ark and Last Crusade? Or did he just like throw him away? Like I don't.
He throws him away.
I'm giving you to this orphanage or whatever. I can't take you anymore. Like I'm gonna go have sex with this blonde lady. And never think about her ever again.
Indy, I love you.
I love you.
I watched it again. Just
Oh man.
he punches him in the face. But Indy, I love you. And then lights him on fire with the torch. Oh my god, I love. I'm trying to get through Crystal Skull, and I can't finish the last 30 minutes for the life of me.
Oh man. All you have to do
The dude
is
gets
just,
beds.
I think you just get rid of that nonsense. Like just go away from that. Like their action scenes, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like in there because I think the action scenes slow it down, honestly.
Yeah.
So, Crystal
And the
Skull-
dialogue, where
Yeah,
they
the
have
dialogue
like 10
really-
minutes of Indy explaining, this crystal skull, it comes from the Yucatan. And then if you feel like you should take notes, then you should probably cut the dialogue scene.
Yeah. I always feel like that's like George's hand.
Oh
Guitar,
my
the dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Steven was like, I think we should cut this out. Like, no. It's just like, all right.
All right. You're the billionaire. You're the one funding my production.
Yeah.
And it
think we
sucks because I was
should,
reading.
do this.
Are you sure, George?
Yeah.
Who's running this bitch? All right.
Now bend over.
Bend over. Take your bracers off. We were talking about Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Now I'm cautious. Now that you listed off those movies,
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
Okay. James Mangold. Let's see what else he's made. I'm pretty sure he's made more than that.
Oh, give me one uplifting movie that doesn't involve the inner tribulations of humanity.
James
Please.
Mangold. James Mangold. Movies.
James
Ford
Bandolo.
versus Ferrari. He's made Wolverine. The Wolverine? Really?
Oh, okay. Huh.
Oh yeah.
No, wait. No, that's bad. Bad.
It was okay. The movie was good up until the end. I always say that to myself because it's okay
Mm-hmm.
up until they find out, like, I would say Like the last 10 minutes really like destroys that whole movie.
Like why?
The whole action, because it's just like
no, I know.
Super Samurai and just like how it's just like But I'm also like at the end of it, I'm like with Wolverine and Logan. If it's set after the Wolverine, I'm like, what happened? Like, did they just put back his adamantium claws? Because he gets them cut in there. He gets them sliced off. Girl Interrupted, Copland, Day and Night. He put a lot of bad stuff. Oh, he made Identity?
Which one's Identity?
Identity is the one. It's about like I think it's about like it has like 5 people, and they're stuck in a remote hotel because it's raining all over the place, and like the rain has like flooded the areas around it, and so they're stuck there. But all the while, like they're all getting killed off one by one, and they don't know who it is. But we find out like the group is not really like real. It's like it's a figment of some dude's like split personality, and like it's a convict. It's like a serial killer, and they're trying. The psychologist is trying to weed out the killer. He's trying to make the individual personalities find the killer in there so they can identify it and kill it.
Oh, that's nuts. Huh.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good movie. I think Mike's seen it. You've seen it.
Yeah,
watching it. Yeah, it's a really good film. But there's like a family. It's like a loner dude, like, and some chick. She's like a prostitute, like a former prostitute or something like that. Yeah.
And it's all former victims of the guy?
Yeah, no, they're not former victims.
Or they're just
like
manifestations.
Manifestations of of his personality.
Oh.
There was a cop, but there was like 2 convicts or whatever, and they all think it's the 2 convicts.
Probably not.
And because like one of the person that like the loner guy finds out like, oh, it's all like we're not real.
Oh, what?
And like you find out we're not real or something like that, and because I don't want to give a lot away from it.
Yeah, it sounds good. I'll watch it down the line.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, but anyway, yeah. So they're actually pretty good. So I would say, he's did some pretty good stuff. I want to see that Ford versus Ferrari. I heard that was pretty good. Anyway, okay, let's get to the cream of the crop. The Star Wars stuff. We only saw the first episode, by the way, and sorry for that.
Oh, no worries. And then the next episode came out today or Friday?
Yeah, Friday, I think it was. Yeah. That was pretty good, actually. I thought it was an okay setup. Some weird mutated people.
With a Bad Batch?
Yeah, the Bad Batch. Yeah. Did you see the cut footage of of the second episode? I guess.
Yeah, I did. I saw the lost episodes.
No.
The show.
The cut of what they used apparently like on their ship of the Bad Batch. They have a how World War II pilots have the bombshell on the side of their plane. They have Padme on there as their bombshell.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. And like Anakin sees that and he's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, the Naboo Senator."
Oh, okay. Is it the cut stuff? The lost?
Yeah, it's the cut
episodes?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like the Naboo Senator, and like that big guy's like, "Yeah, she can negotiate with me anytime." And like Rex is just standing there, just like, yeah, okay.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, Anakin's like, that's coming off when we get home, or when we get back, wherever. Oh man, but yeah, that's like a lot of people were kind of angry at that because they cut that out. It's just like it's just fun. It's just pure fun. Come on, guys, let's just do something like that. I'm like, I get it, and it's just this day and age. I'm cool with it. But anyway,
Yeah. Just seeing Anakin's
it's a
face.
fun joke. Yeah, just seeing Anakin's face, just like because they don't know that he's married to her or whatever. Right
Yeah.
now, you know?
Which is weird that oh wait, no. Oh, damn it, that's in the second episode. Right, never mind.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. For their stuff, I want to see what happens in the second episode. Echoes might be still alive. Yay!
Yeah. Yay. How though? We don't know.
I don't know. No. Yeah. Okay. Obi-Wan officially working title revealed Pilgrim. Sweet. Okay, that's still in production hell, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Or pre-production hell.
So my thing is, because when they named it Pilgrim, is that what if it's something where something happens and he just takes Luke off planet?
That'd be pretty cool.
Like he has to go to different temples or something, and he just takes Luke with him, and he brings him back, and then Owen's like all pissed off, like I hate you. Get away.
Maybe that's that can explore the rift between Owen and him.
Yeah,
because they're like stay away from him. You know, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's a crazy bastard or something. Yeah, because when he left him, they left in pretty good terms.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, right. I just gave you a kid. Better like me.
Hey, you want a kid? Like, no, not really. Well, too bad. There you
go. You got responsibilities, man.
Like, aw.
Can't just sit here and look at the sunset anymore. Sucks. Had to get blue milk. Okay. Then there's the big thing right now, and that is they officially launched Star Wars: The High Republic. Set, what, 200 years?
200. Yep.
200 years in the past. And they said that this is the area when the Jedi are in their peak, I guess you would say. This is when you'll see them at their highest of highs.
The prime.
Was that Yoda teaser? Was that real? Because I didn't think that was real.
The tease thing? Oh, that was in the photos that they had. They had a little trailer showing like, hey, this is what we're doing. Look at our stuff. And it's in the background as one of the sketches. Okay.
Yeah, because I saw that. I was like...
Oh, that main one, no, though.
Same one.
Where he's all with his hair down and stuff.
Yeah, with his hair. I was like, there's hair. Like, wait a minute. No. Like,
oh, CBR, you're so good.
Oh, man.
And then they link the real photo down there, and it's not as impressive as the clickbait.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was like, oh, okay. Never mind. All right, cool.
Or not cool. I want to see
that. What are your thoughts on that? Because I, for one, am not really connected to the Old Republic or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think they're going to do with this one? Or how do you...
I feel as though it is the hard reboot of the EU.
Yeah.
Because when the original trilogy ended, it's the same thing happened. They released books to do it, and then comics, and then video games, and then other stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like that this is going to follow the same way. Because they're just releasing books first to establish it, and then there's a comic book line, I think. And then it's going to affect TV shows and movies down the line.
Are you going to read them?
No. No. A lot of which sucks because I hate that they started with books. Not that I don't like to read, but a lot of these books seem like they're aimed towards young adults.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've heard it's like mostly like YA, as they call it, as the book industry calls it.
We're savvy, which it sucks because a lot of the lore that establishes the High Republic is established in the books. So there's a schism, and then who they fight, and then it follows certain characters and all that stuff.
Okay, cool.
but I'm
Quick anger
hopeful.
against?
Yeah.
What is this quick anger against?
Oh, people are apparently during the trailer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
you know what I'm talking about?
Oh no! Just like taking about like just like saying like people are just getting angry in
Yeah.
general about it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's during the trailer they showed for Project Lumos Luminos there's a board and there's a lot of brainstorming, I want to
Yeah.
say, and then one of them was not pro war, and another one was more diversity.
Yeah, it's like diversity.
yeah.
It's like two of. It's like on both of them. There's like fiction or like Star Wars or something. It's like there's like 3 columns, and
Yeah.
one of them both have like I think it was like representation on both 2 of those columns.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right. I was like, oh, okay, like what do you mean by that? That's the thing. That's what I like. I'm not getting mad at. I'm like, what are you saying by that? As representation, because you got to remember, I always feel like people don't understand it. This is just like, yeah, there's different I would say ethnicities or colors of people, of humans. It's weird because you got to put it in fantasy terms, because people call it like, there's elves, then there's the human race or man.
Yeah.
And man in general is just put into one lump sum, no matter what they are.
Yeah.
And
Humanity.
Yeah, humanity. Yeah. And I'm just
Mankind.
like you gotta remember, like, these are aliens. They're not like they look a certain way, white, brown, black, yellow, blue, green, or whatever. But they're
Purple.
alien. They're alien humans. They're not humans from our world. So, I don't know where that representation is going to come from.
Yeah, I think it's just exactly what you said. That'll just be, hey, there's a black Jedi. It's not just Mace Windu.
Because I don't see, Mace Windu was just a guy to me. I didn't see him as, he was like Samuel L. Jackson, Jedi. Samuel L. Jackson dressed as a Jedi, but it was just like, I didn't see him as anything, different than just a human in a world where there's, millions of different species of alien creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just part of the human side, which everyone always say when, why would you, what's it called as a human, when you can be like so many other different things, when you go to like WoW or something like that, or D&D, let's just put it that way. Like, why would you want to be as human? Come on, let's have a little more originality than that.
Yeah, I'm my guess is that they're just going to add more colors to Jedi in general.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too.
Yeah, okay, there's a brown Jedi.
There's
an Asian
sort of
Jedi.
Native American looking dude.
Yeah, there's a Native American Jedi. I mean, that's Quinlan Vos basically, but
yeah, I was gonna say we have him. He's Quinlan Vos.
Yeah,
he has the tribal facial paint, matte, face paint.
Yeah, and his force power is tracking. That's basically how it can feel where you've been. It's tracking. I guess we're just gonna see that. Oh, there's more than just one Quinlan Vos. There's other people like him.
Yeah,
the world's just not black and white or something.
I can understand what Chakotay in Voyager. Chakotay. Yeah, he's like a Native American. Yeah, if I remember right. Yeah. I can understand that. That's representative. Because I'm like, really? We're still around? I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, you're on another planet now.
Yeah, I never read.
You have your own planet.
Yeah. It's like I never seen Voyager, but I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. It leans really heavy on the spirit guiding and all that stuff.
No, I'm sure.
And I don't know whether or not is it right? Is it not right? Is it fine? I don't know. The one Native American guy in Star Trek knows all spirit stuff, spirit walking or spirit guides and stuff.
Does he know the alien stuff, or is it just his stuff?
It's his stuff.
Okay, cool.
That's his grandfather's tradition, and he didn't really follow it because he was more of the science since Starfleet, so they're more of logic rather than the spiritual.
Yeah. See, I would say it's okay because he's if he's still trying to keep that tradition, there's traditional ways still
Yeah.
alive or well, then yeah, it's fine. But like if he's just like doing it just because like he's an Indian.
Just a token.
Yeah, it's just a token Indian. I'm
like
okay.
Chief from
because like
Wonder
I
Woman.
would say like so what it's like 200-300 years into the future from now or whatever.
Just about, give or take.
Yeah, I would say like since there would be like so little of us probably left in that time.
Yeah.
I would say like traditional stuff would be almost completely wiped away from our from our culture. I would say there'd probably be only just a little bit of handful left that would know like the traditional ways or traditional languages. I would say like the languages would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a good point. I think Chakotay is the best terms of representation, not like Chief from Wonder Woman, where he's brought up in a different generation, and that a lot of his culture is stemmed in the spirituality, but he's not that person just because he's born in a different era. But since he has loyalty to his grandfather and to his tribe, he follows that more often than not, next to the logic and science.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can get it behind a Chakotay, I guess. I don't know because I've seen like
representation.
I've seen like well, that's probably like the only way because like it's just like it's kind of just more of the way you describe the character itself, not just because of the color of his skin.
Yeah, the content of his character.
Yeah, the content of his character. Yeah, more like this, like what you said. It sounds more intriguing than like, oh, he looks like me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and not a lot of people, but unfortunately, Hollywood and a lot of writers write their characters just like, hey, representation. Here's a black character. There's black people in this universe.
Yeah,
but they don't really give any like the culture behind it.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah.
Because like I keep bringing Chief, but he's the worst that comes to mind. The really worst. Or I guess queer baiting with Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker. If you want to do like that, that's pretty bad too. Because it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, they're gay.
Yeah.
Or maybe
like
Zulu.
These two side characters that are only in there. Or that one side character,
not even
old lady. Yeah. That gave them that introduced us to like one of the worst characters of the series.
Oh god.
Holdo. Yeah.
Holdo. Vice Admiral Holdo. That Vice Admiral Holdo?
Oh yeah, she's the one that's representing you guys, and like if you blink, you're gonna miss it. Just
and just don't lean on those token.
Yeah.
Chief. Like, what was his purpose other than he can do smoke signals?
Yeah, or he can infiltrate stuff like that, sneak around, track.
Am I supposed to feel bad for him? Because I feel like that's worse. To feel bad for that representation. Like I feel bad for you.
Yeah, I never like when representation is in there because it's always just like they're always focusing on the negatives. They're like always trying to like make you like feel for the character because of like how their race has been treated in the past. I'm like, no, you do it with like feel sympathetic with him or bond with him on his character, how he's developed in the movie or TV show. That's the way I like it. Because when you said, because I never watched Voyager. Yeah, I've only watched TNG. I'm trying to get into deep. I'm trying to go into deep dish. Deep space.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I got you.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I said it, and I was like, Deep Dish 9. And I'm like, wow, this is like a crazy, huge, like 180 of movies from TNG, and people say like to kind of skip Voyager, but like then you said Chakotay's in there, and I'm like, maybe I'll give it a shot. To see how his character is a little bit, maybe I don't know, but if I don't see like anything cool about him, I'm like, all right, I think he's whatever,
He's really enduring in terms of that he's split between whether or not to follow Starfleet's regulations and follow its culture,
Yeah.
And then what Voyager does is that there's a mix, because within the science and Starfleet, there are human elements that we all grow up with through evolution, and through like we're all part of tribes at some point during human development, and then we splintered off and all that stuff, and went to regions. And which is funny, there's another good representation in Deep Dish in terms of Cisco.
Yeah.
And there's one episode where it's supposed to be back in the 40s, and African Americans weren't really treated that well in the 40s, in case you did, and stuff like that. And Cisco's pissed because they're having fun in the 40s, and it's like, yeah, because it's a casino, and they're having parties and stuff like that after their work. And then Cisco's pissed off because he goes on this tangent and says that our kind, people of my color, were not welcome in that era.
Yeah.
And stuff, and it's really not on the nose, but he's aware that not everything is happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, happy-go-lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, not everything's good, smoothed off. Just because we haven't seen a lot of it doesn't mean the scars aren't there anymore.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah. No, that's true. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not gonna say like, the past would be awesome. Like, nope, not for me, not for my kind.
Yeah,
be like hunted down,
Yeah, pillage. It's not like if there has to be a tournament in terms of who was marginalized, a minority. Yeah, I think you guys are holding the gold, the platinum, just because this is not our land to begin with.
Yeah.
Which is awkward because a lot of history don't talk about that. And this is a huge damn tangent we just went off on.
Yeah.
But a lot of media in terms of TV and film, they don't talk about that stuff at all.
Yeah.
Marginalizations of Native Americans, they talk about now, which is Asians and African Americans and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, like, for me, though, it's just like, I don't like to talk about history because, well, I like history. It's like one of my favorites in like school and everything like that. But it's like really dark. It's really human history is just like just terrible to any, like what we do to with each other, and it's just like okay, what can we learn from this? For me, it's like, what can we learn from all this? It's like, let's learn to not segregate each other. I mean, this is like U.S. is a perfect example. Like, we shouldn't segregate each other. We should all just connect because we're all countrymen or whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Was that Pepsi commercial?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? No, not the giving the Pepsi during the riot.
Okay.
The one where they like unite the world, unite the world.
Yeah, and I always feel like and I feel like a lot of like media, not like news or something like that, but just like entertainment wise, it just feels like nowadays it wants to separate us from into like groups or whatever. And that's how I feel like with it nowadays. And it's just like, no, don't do that. Like, let's progress further than that, because we're better than this. We can be better than what history has told us, has laid down for us and whatever. We're not.
Yeah, they defined us as all Native
Like,
Americans. They go in the desert.
Let's learn to create characters that you can bond with, you can hate them, you can love them, you can be meh with them or whatever. And let's learn from it. It doesn't have to be like, oh, he looks like me.
Yeah.
Because I like like I always said, my two favorite heroes are Bruce Banner and I forget who it was for DC, but Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and they're the whitest people I know. That's one is fearing and cunning or whatever. Looks in the Green Lantern is like Hal Jordan is fearless or whatever, and that's something that I wish I was. That's something that's cool, like stand up in the face of fear or whatever. Well, Banner is like something he's smart and everything like that. He kind of, but I also connect with him because he's kind of a loner as well. He just wants to be kind of left alone, and that's what I kind of like based it off of. Like, that's how I connected with the character, with Banner and Hulk. So yeah. I don't know where Michael gets with Harley Quinn and Deadpool, so
that's a little.
I guess he's wacky and zany.
I mean,
Or
you
like
can see where I
Leonardo.
come
You can
from.
say like you can say like Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I always wanted to be like always thought that I'm a leadership role, but I don't know if I am. You know, he just like I felt like I
Sorry.
was always like trying to be smart or not trying to be smart, but just trying to be a leader. But I know I'm sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm terrible at it. But I guess that's the whole thing of being a leader.
Yeah, it really doesn't. I don't think you can see if you're a good leader. You just see how people react to you. I guess.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah. People that I can always say like, well, I guess they're all have their specific characteristics that those turtles.
Yeah.
And I guess you can see, a little bit of yourself in every single one of them, Yeah. And that's what makes them good, The
fact that they're green and they don't have really, you can see yourself as, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
A lot of these aliens too, a lot of sci-fi stuff and like Star Trek, and there's like a Worf. Like Worf is not African American, he's a Klingon. Yeah. But you can see a lot of your personality in him.
Yeah. I like Worf. Worf
I like
awesome.
Worf too. Right?
Yeah.
He's grumpy as hell, but he gets like married 3 times. With like the hottest characters in Star Trek.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh man, but yeah. You want to say anything, Mike?
I don't know. I'm good.
All right. I think we
honestly, I don't even know what we're talking about right now. I'm sorry. I passed out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Our
conversation
wasn't good enough.
Never mind.
I woke up on like Harley and Deadpool thing, and that was it.
When you get to hell, Michael, tell him it's because you passed out on our podcast.
I don't know. I don't feel good though. So.
All right.
Oh,
I really don't. Like I feel like I got a headache right now. So.
No, you're drinking water.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. But, all right, I guess we should end it there on that sad note. That one of our guys are just hear him sleeping. Surprised we didn't hear you like snore. No.
Yeah, I'm like laying right next to the mic too. So.
Oh, that's good that I didn't pick it up.
Oh, man. All right, okay, that'll end it for the 19th edition of the Journey Into Nerdom Podcast.
Oh man.
We'll be back next Saturday, hopefully. We're doing it on Sunday today. There's something else to do. But anyway, as always, you can catch... I am SR Native. You can catch me at Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter at SR Native. Go ahead, Mike. You can take it over.
I've been Forever Delicious. You can catch me on Twitter and Twitch. On Twitch at Forever Delicious and on Twitter at Forever Delicious with the E before the R.
And in Dreamland.
Oh, Dreamland. And I'm Zen Pixel.
The Dreamland Children.
My name is... Oh my goodness. I was thinking about that, but I wasn't
around
sure.
Full circle.
I've been Zed Pixel, XEN Pixel. Catch me on Twitter and Instagrams.
All right, guys. That is it for this week's podcast. Hope you liked it and enjoyed it. Please hit that like button or subscribe. I don't know what it is. But anyway, on YouTube. We'll be back next Saturday. Until then, keep...
support your stores. Don't you
support your stores, support your comic book stores, support your game stores, support your card shops. Anything that's local, anything that's nerdy, support it. Even your library, I don't care.
Support.
It has good books in there. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next Saturday. All right, stay tuned. Later.
Oh, man.